All right, today we're tackling a challenge that, let's be honest, every single leader faces. You leave some training session buzzing with all these great ideas, but then, how do you actually make them stick? We're gonna build a really simple but powerful plan to turn those aha moments into real, tangible impact.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You go to this amazing workshop, you're feeling totally inspired with all these new strategies. But then you get back to your desk, the emails pile up, and the daily grind just takes over. So the big question is, how do we stop those brilliant ideas from just fading away?
And that right there is the core challenge. So many valuable game-changing lessons get trapped in the classroom. So today, that's what we're doing. We're gonna build that bridge. We are gonna connect the training room directly to your workplace, making sure what you learn actually translates into what you do.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about getting beyond the training room. Then we'll dive into auditing your strategy. After that, we'll connect those insights back to you personally. And finally, we'll wrap it all up by crafting your action plan. Simple as that.
All right, first up, moving beyond the training room. Let's talk about the challenge of application. It's not just about learning something new. It's about making that knowledge survive out in the wild, outside the classroom. This is the real hurdle, taking an idea from a nice, clean training environment and making it work in the messy reality of the real world.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? The whole point of all this is to make sure that the lessons are not left in the training room. They have to be carried forward into real-world impact. The real finish line isn't finishing the course, it's seeing a real, measurable change back in your organization.
Okay, so where do we even begin? Well, the first practical step is to look outward. See, before we can change anything, we've got to understand what we're working with. And that means taking a really structured, critical look at your organization's current strategy.
Now, the key tool for this audit is something called structured rubrics. Don't let the term scare you. Think of it like a scorecard. It lays out the core principles of disruptive leadership, things like challenging the status quo, embracing experimentation, empowering your team, and it lets you measure your current strategies against them. This totally removes the guesswork and gives you a clear, objective assessment of where you stand.
The audit process itself is pretty straightforward, broken down into 3 clear steps. First, you just review what you're already doing, plain and simple. Second, you use those rubrics we just talked about to systematically assess how well everything aligns. And third, and this part is absolutely crucial, you identify the specific gaps. You pinpoint where your organization isn't quite living up to those disruptive principles.
Okay, so once you've audited the organization, the spotlight shifts. It turns inward. This next phase is all about you. It's about connecting that external analysis to your own personal leadership journey.
And I've got to say, this next step, it's a process of reflection. And this isn't just some nice-to-have fluffy step. No way. It is an absolutely essential part of the process. Reflection is the bridge that connects the strategic gaps you just found with your own ability to lead the change that's needed.
Think of it like this. On one side, you've got all these powerful insights from the training, the new models, the case studies, the big ideas. And on the other side, you have your own unique leadership journey, your experiences, your strengths, your professional context. Reflection is what forges the link between the two. It's the moment where you ask, okay, how do these big ideas apply specifically to me, my team, and my situation?
And now we get to the grand finale, the final output. With the organizational audit done and your personal reflection complete, it's time to create the blueprint. This is what's going to guide your actions moving forward. So what makes an action plan actually practical and not just another document that sits on a shelf? Well, it's not a vague to-do list. It has to detail specific, tangible ways you will act differently. It's got to have a clear path from that initial insight to real action. And ultimately, it's a commitment, a promise really, to making a measurable impact.
And that brings our entire journey full circle. We've gone from just absorbing ideas in a training session through a structured audit, deep personal reflection, and all the way to a concrete plan. This is how you transform learning into leadership.
So I'll leave you with this one question to carry forward. Based on everything we've just covered about your organization and about your own leadership, what is the very first disruptive action you are going to take?